the show where Sean is canonically always late because, sorry. And yeah, I have nothing else to say. I'm sorry. It's really trying to charge and function at the same time.
Yeah. Working with old equipment does add an extra layer of fun to running a podcast.
Yeah. we are budgeting for an upgrade at the moment, so yeah, I mean in this house I should say. The plants
Yeah.
always win as an entity. Hey, if someone
Doesn't
wants to
have a budget.
donate, yeah. Not currently, no.
No.
Although,
But we appreciate the patrons who defray some of the costs of
oh my
running a
gosh, yeah.
podcast.
It adds up fast. You know, it's
Yeah.
one of those things. Here, I'll put that card there. Oh wait,
Yeah, and you don't necessarily know all of the costs before you get started. And there are people who do it for very cheap if they use a free Zoom account and they don't edit and they
Oh my gosh,
just
yeah.
post with a very basic host. I know some people who do that. But because we wanted a very professional feel and sound to our podcast, we're paying Riverside for our recording and for allowing us to do kind of a conference style with different interview guests from all over the place. And these pre-shows are done through Riverside. And then
Yeah.
we're paying hosting service, and then we're paying our website.
Is there anything else? I feel like there's more. But yeah, besides our time, I suppose. We're not paying ourselves.
And whatever equipment we've bought.
Yes, yes. Although admittedly, I'm borrowing my wife's laptop. These headphones I'm borrowing from the library. And the microphone was a birthday or Christmas present last year. So, you know, it
Yeah. Yeah. I said that, and then I was like, have I bought any equipment specifically for the podcast? Probably not.
no.
My microphone was one that my wife bought a few years ago when, I don't know, we were both playing with the idea of getting into some kind of recording, but we didn't do it at the time. And then my lights, it probably was the podcast that made me buy the lights because my lighting in here is so dreadful. But I also use them for TikTok.
Hey, it helps. Yeah, absolutely. My lights right now are brighter behind me, which is unfortunate. I'm thinking about ways to upgrade what's in front of me. It's going to be fully customized, but not yet because, oh gosh, there's still so much to do first.
Have I ever talked about my sound absorption setup on the pre-show?
I don't think so.
I have my great-grandmother's old clothes drying rack. It's not actually up today, so if I'm extra echoey, that's why. But I put it around my desk with a blanket on it, and that is my very professional sound dampening. And then I have this bit of cloth that came from the sewing room of a woman in the village here when she died, and that is permanently on my desk as kind of a tablecloth so that I don't have to add sound dampening to my desk every time we record.
It also helps that one of the reasons why we use this particular streaming for those watching, why we use this particular platform for our recording is because they make the audio quality a lot better with a lot of their features, their background stuff. So we can turn off echo cancellation or turn that on. The background humming that you can't hear, the dehumidifier in my basement, and little stuff like that. Like we download a very high quality audio to begin with, and then we do some tweaking just for balancing sake, which is, I'll be honest, a little bit tedious sometimes, but worth it.
And we appreciate Sean's labor on that front.
That's okay. I actually quite enjoy it. I think it's meditative. It's the end result. I'm just like, oh yeah, that's like I just cut and paste and whatever and balanced the intro and the outro in particular. is really fun. And I don't know if a lot of our listeners truly appreciate the amount of effort that goes into 5 minutes at most. And I'm like, that took me like an hour to tweak properly to get everything timed and balanced, and then to find a sound bite and throw it at the beginning, whatever. It's fun
And
though. I do enjoy it.
we could record the intro and outro at once and reuse it, but
Oh,
that's
that
not
was
the path we've chosen.
yeah, we tried that. Something about it just felt disingenuous, and I like the this is what we sound like today. It you know, it feels it's more natural. It feels better, even though it's still scripted. It's yeah.
I don't think we've ever talked on one of these like very specifically about what our different roles are behind the scenes. Like we allude to it all the time, but Sean has done 99.9% of all the editing ever done on our episodes. And so he'll do that and send it off to me. I will listen to it and make notes. And then if I have feedback, here's something else that needs tweaking, send that back and he'll do it. And we'll, I don't think we've ever gone through more than 3 rounds, and it's usually just 1, occasionally 2.
If that, I feel a super immense amount of pride when Aaron says it's great, and I'm like, oh, good, I don't have to come back.
Yeah.
But sometimes the thing that takes the longest with the editing is the breaths. It's the gaps in between, because sometimes while we're talking, we'll have a pause, and it's fine if it was an organic conversation live, but because it's a recording, I'm like, I can take out half a second and it flows better. Or all the ums, which I can't always take those out and have it sound organic. And oh, and sometimes it's the actual content itself where maybe I'll make a questionable joke and we're like, how professional versus do we want to be versus this is real and we know it's funny, but if there's a fraction of a chance someone will take that out of context, all right, we're done. It's gone.
Or although we do talk about reproduction, it comes up reasonably often. We try to keep this a show that you could listen to with your kids in the room. So
yes,
if anything makes its way in that wouldn't be appropriate for that, then we do cut that out.
Yeah, mostly. Yeah.
Mostly.
Except
there are the Pokemon episode, which made my niece go, is this appropriate for children?
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. I mean, it's a kid's game. You have to understand the mechanics of. They use the term breeding, which is interesting. That's a word that it's on the line of, almost cringe, but yeah. Or sometimes, we tend to go on tangents. We'll go on a little bit of a detour, and I'm like, hey, we recorded for about an hour and a half. I should probably take out maybe 20 or 30 minutes somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh, man. That ill-fated Sunchoke and Sunflower episode, the one where Sean's audio only recorded for 6 minutes, mine had 2 hours of audio because that's how long we sat in the recording studio.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. I'm glad at least that our redo had less for you to edit out.
Yeah, we were, I mean, that's the 3rd time we recorded that episode, so it was a bit more concise.
Yeah. The other thing we might pull out of an episode is if we went down a side path of something that we weren't actually fully confident on the facts for, and if afterward we checked the facts and we went, no, that's not up to our standard of intellectual quality.
And we could, to be perfectly frank, we could do some extra research and cut in and do like a breaking the fourth wall moment, kind of like Ali Ward does all the time with a little bit of extra information. Uh,
And we have
but
occasionally.
yeah, but I'll be honest, that is so much extra because
Yeah.
I have to go back into Riverside, record it. Sometimes I don't like what I just said, so I try and say it 3 or 4 times to like make it concise, and then I have to edit that bit, and then I have to splice it in with some balance and all that, and it's adding for 15 seconds, it adds an extra half hour to an hour sometimes, unfortunately. Um,
Yeah.
it's not always necessary, but sometimes I'm like, "Ooh, yes, we really need to put something in there."
Yeah. I felt really bad the time I did ask that you do that. I can't even remember what the episode was. I just know that I had a full day of errands when I was listening to it. And so instead of sitting at home and making very organized notes, I was running around town texting Sean saying, somewhere around the 50-minute mark, we really need to do something about this.
Right, right. I don't remember which episode that was, but yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it happens. That's
But
okay.
we pulled it off.
Yeah, no, I like it. I think that we're doing good. We're approaching our 1-year anniversary.
Mhm.
Um, I don't know, we're at what, 35, 40 episodes? I actually
We
don't
just
know.
posted 39. So
39.
it'll be 40 this week.
So, uh, do we think we'll get to 50 by 2026? No. But
Before 2026? No.
so as much as we tried our best to do an episode a week, we've had technical hiccups, we've had setbacks, we've had a busy real life schedule. Um, stuff happens. I'll tell you now, our list of prospective guests just keeps getting longer. As
Yeah.
I do what I tend to do and reach out to strangers. Hey, what's up? Do you want to talk about it?
Yeah. You know what? For the first time, I sent 2 outreach emails and got silence. I'm usually it's like absolutely gonna do this, but
Hey, how do you feel about that though? Like, is that like that's an achievement of you got
it
silence, but it's to be expected sometimes.
it means I was brave enough to contact someone I wasn't sure about.
Yes, I like that. Absolutely. Like,
Because
what's the worst
normally,
case scenario? You get a silence
yeah,
or an
I'm normally
aggressive
just pulling
rejection. Sorry.
connections that I already have.
True, true. Um, yeah. I've made connections as a result of that's honestly that's why I love doing the show is I have an excuse to reach out to people I don't know. Um, hey, I really want to talk to you about blah blah blah. I think you're pretty cool. Can we do this?
Yeah.
Um, I've never had an angry rejection. The worst case scenario, I get silence. Um, but quite often, I'll get a very polite, "Hey, thanks, no," and I'm like, "Okay,
Yeah.
cool." It was that the one in particular that comes to mind. I don't mind sharing this with our patrons. I reached out to Sam Neill, who is Dr. Alan Grant in Jurassic Park, because he founded a vineyard in I think it's
Mm.
New Zealand, and I can't remember what happened. It came up on social media somehow. So I looked into it. I went to their website and I was like, oh, this is cool. And I was looking into it. And under his bio, it said like, will talk your ear off to death about the vineyard and stuff. I'm like, okay, challenge accepted. So I reached out to say, I dare you to talk me to death. Let's sit down and have a chat. And his team responded because of course he has a team,
Yeah.
and they said, hey, thanks, we're busy. And I'm like, yeah, I, for
Fair.
sure, absolutely.
You know what? Actually, I forgot my first rejection was Tony Rima of CTV News Northern Ontario because he interviewed me for Wait Like a Seed and he mentioned that he had a home garden. I was like, would you want to talk about your experience of being a home gardener on my podcast? And when I
Mhm.
sent him a press release for If You Go Walking, I tried to put that in there again, but I did not get coverage for the second book, and I did not get an answer on the podcast.
Oh no. That's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found that with CTV, CBC, all of those are usually the silent rejections. And it sucks because even though I'm reaching out from this other nonprofit that I work with, we're trying to, formulate friendships and stuff. How do you, like, they seem to be a group that, like, if they want to talk to you, they will talk to you, and it needs to be done today or yesterday.
Yes.
But if you want to talk to them, they're like, yeah, get in line, sucker. What do you have to offer us? And I'm like, okay. I would have preferred a polite rejection.
I get
That's
it with the
okay.
daily news cycle, though.
Yeah. But so I'm
If you
go ahead.
if you're looking for coverage in this region, you could try 705 Blackfly.
Yep, they actually live in my town.
I know.
They reached out to me as a local, as a master gardener who happens to live in our town, to talk about gardening in this area. But unfortunately, they wanted me to contribute a regular article for free. They're just like, can you write a weekly gardening? Here's what we're doing this week. And I'm like, not for free. Like,
Yeah.
if you want me to answer questions, that's what we do. We answer questions. You want advice, we can do that. But for me to go out of my way to write something and to edit it and to fact check and cite sources and all that, I can do that. Give me money. Not a lot. It wouldn't take a lot, but yeah.
But it
So
is
that's
labor. Like, that's I'm a copywriter. I know that's work.
Right. Yeah.
I understand. I know, like, they don't make money as a publication. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. I don't know what they're doing exactly or how they do it, but I do see them around. Yeah, there's a lot of that with the Master Gardeners. Of people assume that we're a nonprofit charity, that we're going to do everything for free. And I'm like, there's this misconception, especially labor. No.
Yeah.
That they don't do physical labor. Like, writing an article is labor, sure, but like physical labor, no. And that's something that we get a lot all the time is people, especially in this area. Oh, I bought a cottage. Can you design a garden for me? No. That's a very expensive field of expertise. Like, you want to hire a landscape designer? Absolutely. If you want to take that design and then come to us with questions, I will be intrigued because now it's a puzzle and I can offer guidance. However, no. And so I walk that line as a professional. I hate that word. But as someone who does this for a living, yeah, I walk that fine line of I want to help you, but I can't do everything for free all the time. Sorry.
Sorry, I just had a realization. I didn't do all the steps. I'm so sorry that nobody is watching this live right now because I didn't put the link on Patreon.
Okay. So it's a non-live live? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I think that's probably the case a lot of the time anyway. I think if people are watching, it's probably very often the replay because
they'd have to be, yeah.
They'd have to be hanging around for us to start at.
Is that something that we could remind people on a regular basis, perhaps in the newsletter? Hey, don't forget, patrons, we are live most Tuesday mornings.
We could. It's just that we are not perfectly consistent, so.
No, that's why I just said most.
Yes.
Unless something happens, in which case we will apologize later.
Approximately 9:15, but not usually on the
dot. Yeah. As I was getting stuff ready, and then Eva's getting at the door, and I have to get more stuff ready, and then laptop's dead. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. You want to update? Awesome. Haven't updated in 6 months? Great. Love it.
Yeah.
One thing, so I've been getting back into some of the digital design work because I'm working on a couple of things for like holiday presents and whatever. Procreate, the design. Wow, I realize saying that word out loud is weird. It's the it's the name of the app.
It is a weird choice for a software name.
Yes,
Like
Procreate. However, you did why they had to make that one word. Anyways, they changed around, like they updated and they changed around the styluses and the pens, and I'm like, the one that I love so much that I used for everything, I don't know where it is. It's gone.
no.
It's disappeared. And then all of the free pens and whatever that I had downloaded. One, I actually supported a digital artist at one point in time, gave him $10, and I got all of their pre-designed pens because they, like, you can make those yourself, but they had done all the work, and I'm like, hey, you're giving this away for free? Okay, here's $10. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. They're all gone. They disappeared when the app updated, and so I'm like, I don't know what to do now. There was some that was so cool. It was like there are stamp pens of different designs for different trees, so you can like make a map and put some trees over here, or and there was some for like TTRPGs where like here's some stencils to make maps and whatnot, and I'm like, great, I love this. And you just kind of plug and play.
If you can retrieve the link from when you bought it, do you think you could reinstall it?
So they were free, so I have to go find them again. I bought them for free. I downloaded them and then sent a donation of $10.
I see.
So it was, I don't know how long ago that was, what email address. I don't remember what the person's name was. But yeah, anyways, I'm just getting back into it, and yeah. Speaking of which, I'm also there was, I think I sent it to you. There's a print company out of New Brunswick or Newfoundland. And they do ethically sourced merch design printing and stuff like that. So for me, the printing itself is manual labor, which I would consider ethical if they're paid appropriately.
Yeah.
And the clothing that they source, that is my biggest issue, because and then shipping, which shipping is shipping. It is what it is. But yeah, I've yeah. They folled me on TikTok, and I was like, "Ooh, hello."
Oh,
yes,
you sent
I
it
think
through
I sent
TikTok.
it to you one time. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
And then there was that dungarees, the overalls that I was like, these are so cool. I wish you weren't in Australia.
There is a company in, there's a company in Quebec that makes women's workwear. Surely there's also someone who makes unisex or men's in Canada.
I see. Here's the thing. The only thing to me that makes workwear women's is sometimes a different curvature, so a percentage of length and hips and whatever, and color. For something like overalls, I don't care. I don't care. I could rock pink. I mean, if they have green, I'd rock green. If they have rainbow, ideally for me, for what I do, I'd like it to be more mossy, forest green, brown type of color patterns. But as far as shape goes, my only issue is that I don't know what my size in women's sizing would be.
Well, that's why they've got the chart. They break down
Exactly.
the different measurements, so you should be okay.
Exactly. I I don't think I would care. And let's be real, I've I've been told my whole life I have wide hips, and I do. I have women's hips, is what I would whatever. Again, air quotes. This is the inappropriate stuff that we cut out of the episodes of like, it's not really that bad, but you don't need to listen to it. Um,
Yeah.
it's I've got a women's shape on my hips, whatever that means.
Yeah. Sure.
Um,
Maybe someday I will just find a really good overall or coverall sewing pattern and actually commit to like buying proper materials to make it well. Because I've cobbled
oh
together overalls a couple of times from like patchworked together old jeans and more
yeah,
recently upholstery fabric.
yeah.
But
I'll be honest with you. Since we did the not renovations, the room swap in our house, and since I've been on these meds and I've lost some weight, I discovered I had a pair of jeans that now I don't know why I saved them forever, but they fit me so perfectly now. And I'm like, I never
nice.
really liked jeans, except they're so heavy and they feel like a weighted blanket. I'm oddly comforted. I'm not gonna go gardening, but they feel comfortable to walk around in. It's so weird. Although I miss my cargo pockets. I know.
Mm,
I'm a but it's winter, so I have a jacket, so my wallet can now, tuck in there.
yeah.
But yeah, yeah.
Oh, I didn't finish talking about like all the behind the scenes. We covered the editing. So what
Oh
happens
yes.
after that is I will write the show notes. I will listen through again to make the timestamps,
Mhm.
and set that up on our hosting service, which now we have a new website. And so there's a different way of doing that, which is why we had to slow down with the episode going out this week because it didn't work the first time. But I checked this morning, it's out to Spotify, it's out to Apple. So I think we're good.
Oh good.
Um, yeah. And I'll make the thumbnail, put that up, and I will write the newsletter, which is usually the show notes, but maybe some additional information in it. Send that out. Post on Patreon, post on Discord, the various social medias that we do. Ideally, I will make a talking head TikTok video describing what the episode's about because we found that's more successful than doing clips from the episode. It's also less work, so that's nice
Yeah, yeah.
than editing the episode content. What else? The website itself is made by my wife, Sophia Aladdin, and you should check it out because it looks fantastic with this update. It's also now with WordPress, which means that I understand how it works. Before I did not. It was the most frustrating website in the world. And for our resources page, you might have noticed that sometimes Sean would say, and this will be on our resources page, and then it wasn't. That's because to add one line of text to that resources page, I had to manually move every other text box on the page, which was pretty much every line, and then do it again for the tablet view, and then do it again for the mobile view. And it would often, like, you know how in Word you move a picture a millimeter and everything else moves? That would
Yes.
happen too.
Yeah.
It was bad. It's real bad. But
I
now it's
know.
not. Now it's in
It's
WordPress that understands that, text on a page is all one unit and you can add one line and it'll reflow and it's great.
I'm super excited. There's a part of me that's a little nervous because like I don't know WordPress and I wasn't part of any of that. So like I don't know how to post an episode now. But I don't have to, but like if that were to ever happen, um yeah, I don't know the process because we don't use that other thing anymore. Do we wait, are we still going like it goes on our website and then it goes through Blueberry and then it goes out?
Yes, Blueberry has a plugin called PowerPress and it's hooked
Okay,
up to the
okay.
website. So basically, you go make a post, which is like making a blog post. You
Mhm.
put the show notes information in, and then you scroll to the bottom and it says episode something. And that is where you put in the audio, and then you click on the tab for episode artwork and you put the artwork in there.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
not complicated, but it was hidden. And so I struggled with the first one.
Well, I mean, now that you know all the ins and outs, it should be a little better.
Yep.
Speaking of, here, I'm gonna make note. We can talk about that after. But something that Sophia was telling me about.
Yes. Yeah, we need to review.
Yeah. Again, as much as I want to talk about it, it's not necessary. Although, speaking of, we've now hit our 30-minute mark for pre-show. Do we want to keep behind the scenesing, or do we want to transition into off camera?
Is there more you want to let them in on?
Behind the scenes. Let's see. I mean, there's
talk
lots
pretty openly about recruiting guests and looking at merch companies and rejecting all the merch companies.
Yeah, unfortunately. Kind of along the same veins as that is something that we'll be talking about after this in our little private meeting, is advertising. And I've actually had some people ask me like, oh, so how do you make money with a podcast? I'm like, well, we should be doing ads. Now, there have been a few options and proposals that we've encountered in this past year, but they've kind of been either just like a company that we're not familiar with, or that it has nothing to do with what we're doing, or a network that I'm like, no, you don't really exist. Why would we put all of our effort into your network? Like, no. Or a pittance. They're just like, advertise for our multi-million-dollar company and we'll give you 1 penny per 1,000 listens or something ridiculous. And I'm like, no, get out of here. It tells me that we have enough traction and attention to, get their attention, but the vultures are circling. And we've been kind of very picky about who do we want to advertise on our podcast. So there have been some discussions, but yeah, that's where we're at right now, is basically we've been picky. That's all.
Yep.
Yeah. There's been some partnership conversations, which is not, again, that's not money. So we'll see.
Yeah. But we'll keep working at it, and in the meantime, we will keep making episodes as quickly as we can.
Yes. Yeah. That's one thing that oh, right. That's another thing to talk about. Sorry, I'm making note for later.
Yep.
Yeah, if anyone knows a little bit more about, if any of our patrons, I suppose, has connections to like grants and stuff like that, we are so we're so close to being a thing. Like we can take that step, I think, pretty soon as part of our conversation. But those are things. What I've learned from not only doing this podcast with Aaron, but being a part of the Master Gardeners and reaching out to people and doing talks and engaging with other nonprofits and stuff like that, is I've learned nobody does anything by themselves. Nobody, unless you're a millionaire, even then you're hiring people to do it. No one ever does anything completely by themselves. And so that's not something to be ashamed of. If you like, for me, I had this weird thing of like, for me to feel accomplished, I want to be able to say I did all of this stuff. But the thing still got accomplished. How it gets accomplished is especially on a larger scale, infinitely more complicated the bigger you want to go. And so asking for help isn't embarrassing anymore. Accepting help. If someone wants to donate to us, the amount of stuff that we could do is for the community and just at large, and the province and the country. Like, trust me, if we had funds to match those levels, like, we have dreams on small scale and on a large scale, and if we had funds to match those appropriate dreams, the amount that we could do is amazing. And so, yeah, that's why I no longer feel shame reaching out to people, because hey, you have resources, we have resources, let's share them and see what happens. And yeah, I guess that's a weird final note that I'm signing off on is, I'm not ashamed to ask our patrons who are watching this in the future for help. If you want to help us, if you have connections, we don't just need, money, but like connections, resources, stuff like that. Yeah, absolutely. A new laptop. Oh gosh, no. But yeah, little stuff like that. It adds up.
Yeah.
Is that a good note to sign off on?
Let's do it.
Asking for help. Cheers.
And remember, you should ask for help when you need it too.
No, seriously. It's not embarrassing to say I can no longer physically take care of my garden. It's not embarrassing to say I need help. We all need help. No one can get anything done by themselves, and that's fine.
It's true.
Self-sufficiency is overrated, but also it doesn't exist.
Yeah. I need help all the time. Like, I can't work and cook all week. Like, I can do it a few days a week. I can't do it consistently. Right. I don't have the energy. So
yeah.
No,
that's
it's
fair.
a thing. And at some point, we're all going to get used to that. We don't all get disabled in our 20s, but it's coming.
Yeah, somebody said that the other day in a video, like, everybody is disabled eventually. Yeah, it's... Anyway, so we're going to sign off. We're going to leave it there. Enjoy that pessimistic future.
Heartwarming note.
No, but we want to help people, and we need help to help people. So I think it's great. Yeah. All right, I'm going to sign off now. Go get your hands dirty. Bye. Why is it not stopping?